Today, let's look into your self-regulation resources. Welcome to Womb Moon Yoga, yoga that helps women to be free and joyful in their bodies and their relationships. So, what is self-regulation? Self-regulation is the ability to manage your emotions and your behavior in accordance with the demands of the situation. To improve your relationships and your life, you need to learn how to efficiently regulate your emotions, your behavior, and eventually your thought patterns. Emotional regulation is a starting point in this journey. I want to read you what Andrea Bell says about it. Someone who has good emotional self-regulation has the ability to keep their emotions in check. They can resist impulsive behaviors that might worsen their situation, and they can cheer themselves up when they're feeling down. They have a flexible range of emotional and behavioral responses that are well matched to the demands of their environment. So it's important. We all want that self-regulation, right? And I sometimes get asked if self-regulation and self-control are the same, if they're similar. And again, I'm just going to refer to a psychologist, Stuart Shanker, and he explains this way. Self-control is about inhibiting strong impulses. Self-regulation is about reducing the frequency and intensity of strong impulses by managing stress load and recovery. In fact, self-regulation is what makes self-control possible, or in many cases unnecessary. So what are your self-regulation resources? Self-regulation resource is anything that helps you to stay in the present moment, stay checked in, not check out, which basically means you're not going to disturb yourself and just, go into some kind of bubble where you are not feeling anything anymore. We are so good at doing this, right? We could just take the phone out and start, checking our Facebook or whatever, to not be in the present moment. And sometimes it's just overwhelming. That's why we do that. So self-regulation resource is something that helps you to be in the present moment, even in the most difficult, challenging situations, without losing that connection to yourself and without losing control. I invite you now to take some time to connect to your body, to your womb, and just ask yourself, what can help me to stay present even when I feel emotional discomfort? What helps me not to check out? What can I easily access in those challenging moments so that I can stay present? So first, just write down those tools that you already have in your basket, so to say, something that you've used and it helps you. And then you may want to add more tools if you find that that's something you would like to learn. And I'm going to explain which tools I've been using for myself and with my clients very efficiently. And I will also give you links to those techniques that I've already explained on my videos on this YouTube channel. So one of my favorite, very, very simple technique, but everything genius is simple, is abdominal breathing. Once you learn how to breathe with your tummy in those moments of stress or challenge, you go back to being present with your breath, and you allow your breath to slow down, to deepen. So it is breathing with your abdomen, and also prolonging your out breath is something that is proven to be extremely helpful when we feel anxious or stressed. My number 2 is EFT or tapping, and I have videos just on that I'm going to upload to this channel very soon. My number 3 favorite is earthing, is being barefoot and standing on the earth. Unfortunately, it's not always available, especially living in the city. And in this case, just going out, getting some fresh air, hopefully fresh. In Taipei, that's not always the case. Or what I like doing, living here in Taipei at least half a year, and this year it's been a whole year because 2020 we are not traveling, right? What I love doing now is just going out and hugging a tree. We can always find a tree to hug. And tree helps us to root down, to connect to Mother Earth, to really feel yourself one with this bigger energy of love and acceptance. Another great technique, if it could be called technique, is shaking. Like you want to just shake your body, really loosen it up. It's especially helpful if you feel somewhat frozen. One more thing I love using is essential oils, and it could be just taking a bottle and inhaling the smell, or having a little bit of self-massage with oils. But the smells are helping us to connect to our primordial body. And if you know what kind of oil is useful for a particular situation, it's even more efficient. But you can't go around with it. If you like the smell, it's good for you. Dance or movement of any sort could be extremely helpful, and maybe just yoga, right? You might be here because you love practicing yoga, and that's been, my tool for more than 20 years now, that never ever failed to bring me back into my body, where I can find that peace and that harmony. Okay, and I'll just add one more. Simply being aware of the sensations in the body. This is something you can do anywhere, anytime. You are feeling what you are feeling, scanning your body and noticing what intense sensations are there, and being with that discomfort. That's the most difficult part, but instead of checking out or disliking it and trying to kind of push it away, you are feeling it, being present with it. And then again, that could be followed with EFT, or maybe just sounding it out. It could be so helpful. Again, might not be available for many of us if we need to be mindful of people who live with us or even our neighbors. But sometimes really sounding out any discomfort, which might come out as screaming, is amazing. It's an amazing energy release. So going out into nature and having some earthing there and then some sounding could be something that brings great relief and helps you to rebalance. So just create a list of those techniques, those tools that you are really familiar with. Write them down. So in those difficult moments, you remember, oh, okay, I can do number 1, I can do number 3, whatever it is. And you may also want to learn more techniques and add them to this list. Let me know what your self-regulation resources are, and most importantly, don't forget to use them. Remember that you've got everything you need to be empowered in those difficult, challenging times. I hope that you are empowered to self-regulate yourself. There is nothing more important for being in loving relationship with yourself and others than knowing that you are able to self-regulate. I hope that you will have your self-regulation resources list somewhere handy, maybe hang it on a place where you can see it every day, and keep practicing. You don't need to wait for a very challenging moment, but if you just feel slightly off balance, that's again just a perfect opportunity to use one of your tools to get back to that expansion and feeling of joy and freedom, both in your body and in your relationships. Thank you for watching. I hope that you find it helpful, and if you do, please share with others, please subscribe, please leave me a comment, even if it's just yes or some kind of emoticon, because that will help these videos be seen by more people and more women will benefit. Thank you again. Have a great day. Namaste.